Ah! There we go, I'm audible. Hello and welcome back to Rada. My name is Beast, and I want to beat the shit out of the people that made OBS even more because it took me until today to find out that the finale for Kagura's Route is also muted. This happens when you don't just hop in fucking Discord channels, Discord call randomly during the day. Like, I've stopped doing that as of late for some fucking reason. I don't know why. And that's just because that would usually like forewarn me if my mic wouldn't fucking work. Because if it disconnects on OBS, it usually disconnects on Discord. I don't know what the fucking rule is behind that. Quite frankly, it shouldn't be happening in the first place. Yeah. Anyways, a day passes and it's now Saturday. Finished breakfast and shortly afterwards I found myself waiting in the front of the laboratory with Mori, the younger sister. Mori, the older sister, had planned to come and meet us here. Oh, nice outfit. Look rather tired. Were you up late?
休みの前は夜更かししてしまうのが習慣で。
Sure. Sure you do. She answers while rubbing a tear out of the corner of her eye. She must have been embarrassed at being seen yawning as she blushes. Yawn is nothing to be ashamed of. It's a normal biological response. By the way, I do hope that the slap is on one situation instance. Because if that is a consistent situation, we're gonna have a fucking problem. Because let's just say it like that. Considering the situation and considering how she knows the man at this point already, just pulling her hand away and asking what the fuck he's doing should have been enough. Because evidently he wasn't holding her hand hard, like tightly enough to where she couldn't pull her hand away. Because, you know, she pulled her hand away and then slapped him. So clearly she had to be able to pull it out. Anyways. So yeah, I hope that's not a repeating instance. Or her, like, ability is going to drop quickly.
そうなんですね。
I think you should avoid situations that make you yawn. She seems to often be doing things to make her yawn. I'm worried about her physical well-being.
バカにしてるんですか?
She stares at me with a frown. Shit, I need to smooth things over somehow. That's not what I mean. I was just thinking your yawn was cute like kittens.
急に何を言うんですか?
Huh? Did I say the wrong thing? I was trying to compliment you.
もうちょっと言い方とか状況とか考えてください。
She looks away. I just seem to keep angering her.
けど、今日は同行してくれてありがとうございます。迷惑じゃありませんか?
That's fine. I seem to cause you a lot of trouble anyway, and I was curious about the Advanced Research Institute myself. They're both facts. I got the results of the investigation of the band's leftover equipment from Mom last night. As expected, according to the investigation, they weren't commodity items, but heavily customized ones. Apparently, they had technology sourced from the Advanced Research Institute. Considering the results of the investigation, being able to enter the Institute without raising suspicions is urgent.
お取り込み中のところ失礼します。雨の森リセさんから通信です。
Alright, what's it say?
助けて。以上です。ああ、先輩、それって。
Where did it come from?
上級院研究所個別研究棟。
She displays a transparent map in the air. From deep within the laboratory, and the security there would be strict. What on earth happened? Mocha, what's the lock on the entrance like?
開閉のキーコードは入手済みです。経路ナビゲート開始。
An arrow and distance is projected in front of us. It's times like this that I'm grateful for how comprehensive AR is. I'm an immortal, sorry.
急ぐ必要はないですよ、多分。あ、ちょっと
some reason she follows leisurely as I rush off towards the source of the request.
いやー、助かりましたよ。本当にありがとうございます。
Do I have to body slam you? You're welcome. I place some completely unidentifiable item on the shelf and sigh. Whatever it was heavy. I'm finally done. But did you need to write it that way? That's easily misunderstood.
そうですか？だって本当に助けてほしかったんですよ。お客様をご招待するのに全然部屋が片付かなくて。先輩、だから言ったでしょ。心配する必要はないって。
The young Amanamori taps a stack of documents together on the desk and fixes them with a paper clip. She does that while talking to me, so I assume she does this a
お
lot.
姉ちゃん、完璧にしてとは言わないけれど、足の踏み場くらいは確保しておいてよ。わかってるんだけど、気づくとドバーってなっちゃってるんだよね。やっぱりお姉ちゃん、ゆいちゃんがいないとダメだな。私はお姉ちゃんのメイドさんじゃありませんから。メイドさん、あ、それいいかも。ジンさん、ゆいちゃんのメイド服姿見たくありませんか？
Amanamori the older immediately portrays it on a display. Wow. I think it does look great on her.
ちょっと、先輩までお姉ちゃんの悪ノリに付き合わないでください。ほらね、ジンさんもそうおっしゃってるし、これは私の専属メイドさんとして研究所に来てもらうしかないね。嫌です。
The old Amanamori grins, implying she knows she actually wants to. The younger sister's pouting, but she does look somewhat
も
amused.
う、そろそろ本題に入ってくれない？お姉ちゃんだって忙しいんでしょ？せっかちだな、ゆいちゃんは。それじゃ、久しぶりに使えるソファーにかけて。あ、メイドさん、お茶ください。誰がメイドなのよ。
Yeah, just
お
still
茶
do
で
it.
いい？ゆいちゃん大好き。で、別の切り口でアプローチしたいってのは言ったよね。
The Amanamori sisters sit opposite each other to talk. Sit beside them drinking tea.
その話には続きがあってね。私が欲しいのは生育環境が同じで DNA レベルで同じ生態を持った研究者さんなんだ。そうじゃないとこの AI の育成はうまくいかないと思うんだ。
Oops.
それが私ってこと？
Sounds appropriate from a research point of view. That's quite a unique idea. Probably countless different types of researchers.
お姉ちゃんのそういうところ変わらないね。ああ、褒められちゃった。嬉しいな。ゆいちゃんとだったら言葉を交わさずとも気持ちは伝わるし、本当に頼りにしてるんだ。
And I can then that explains why she didn't panic and understood what her help message meant. Younger sister also indulges her with regards to the mess in the room. The fact that she complained but cleaned up anyway shows how much she loves her. Their bond must be truly deep.
話は分かった。
Oh, by the way, I tried out the donut joint in our town again. Since I hear that apparently management changed, even if they didn't change name. And that's like apparently was like a fucking year ago or something like that. So for the first time in like fucking years, I have to say, you know what? Let's try it again. Give it another shot. It tastes good again. I could eat donut again without having to ride a fucking scooter for an hour. Yes! Oh, that fucked my throat. Oh. Anyway. Also, additionally to Döner and the pizza that they usually already had, they also now have schnitzel, like fucking cheeseburger, chicken burger, chicken nuggets. Like they fucking went all out. And they even have a delivery service now. So if it's above 18 euros, they deliver. Yeah, they can deliver. So Yeah. But yeah, you know how I've occasionally decided to start recording on Saturday, like past while. You can completely forget about that tomorrow because there's a Christmas market going on in town, and I plan to immediately go there after work.
そうじゃあ来てくれるの？言いたいことが分かっただけ。悪いけれど協力はできない。どうして？その悪い話じゃないと思うよ。今回で実績を残せれば上級院への転入の道も開けると思うし、
The younger sister shakes her head to cut her off, making the smell of her shampoo fill my nostrils.
そういうことじゃなくて。はい、ごめん。
Her expression tenses up. She hangs her head so much even her curls droop.
大きな声出してごめん。今は考えられないの。授業のペースも速くてついていくの必死だし、学園生活にもあまり慣れてないし、それに騎士団のお仕事まで押し付けられちゃったし。そっか、分かったよ。こっちの都合ばっかり押し付けちゃった。いつもこうだよね。ごめんなさい。
She laughs self-deprecatingly and waves her hands, telling us not to worry about it.
ジンさんもごめんなさい。変なところお見せしちゃった。
Don't worry about it, it happens often with me too.
へえ、それは誰にですか？あ、もしかしてゆいちゃんに
Some of the topic changes. Afterward, the research topic didn't come up again. Totally hard. It's now been a few days since we visited the institute. I spelled Amanamori in the corridor at lunch. And Georgie's going to snag you again if I walk around here.
先輩、縁起でもないこと言わないでくださいよ。
Nah, speak of the devil.
団長さん、モニタリングの追加調査結っていないじゃないですか。
She leans towards me imposingly, giving off a floral, fruity aroma. Sorry, I mistook someone else for her.
見間違えって。だいたいあんな目立つ美人さん、学園に2人といないと思いますけど。
Maybe my eyes are bleary from staying up too late, and actually a number of them exist. Kanon, Shirogane, the slightly less conspicuous Ogi, and...
まあ、そうかもですけど。
And yourself too.
私
She raised her voice, something completely out of character. Well, I think so, at least. What's her VA again? I'm pretty sure I looked it up before, but I already forgot because I'm terrible. Secreto Agento. I already have a page open, right? Forgot. Kusara Yui. She's Alice in Majiko Nikki. A character that I don't know from the Daitojokan spin-off thing. She's Izumi in Clover Days. Anything else? Right, Yuzuki in Giniru Haruka. Oh, right, little sister, the little sister VA. It's also Nanami in Riddle Joker. But yeah, the little sister VA speaks to little sister even if it is the MC's little sister. What's wrong? Do you have the hiccups? Want me to pat you on the back?
やめてください。先輩はすぐにそうやって私をからかうんですから。
Huh? I don't think I was though.
まったく。本当に女性慣れしてないのか否か。
I don't know what kind of problem you have, Momoka. He's chatting it up with Yui Unintentionally!
時々あなたのことがわからなくなります。
I hear Momoko's disgusted voice through my earphone.
もう行きます。
Can I ask you one thing first? That's about your sister.
何ですか?
My expression became a little darker. I feel sorry, but I have to ask her. I mean, she really thinks you're capable, so why not help her a little? I get that you're busy with school stuff. Oh, I know. Why don't I help you with your order stuff? Work.
お姉ちゃんに頼まれたんですか?
Nah, it's nothing to do with her.
どうだか。どっちにしろ、先輩には関係のないことです。もう放っておいてください。話しかけないで。
She just excuses herself and saunters off, also accidentally cut her off. I'm annoying, but I guess I am kind of poking my nose into her business. But I can't bring myself to leave her alone. I wonder why. I shrugged to myself and headed from across the room. That day after school, I returned to my dorm to change into my training wear before heading out again. I do some light stretches before retightening my shoelaces and heading out for a run. I feel like I've been doing enough training lately. I'll stretch my legs a bit today. Alright, I'm maintaining a good pace.
ここまでの走行距離 10.7km。 所要タイム31分32秒。脈拍、呼吸数、血圧ともに異常なし。
This motherfucker's running at like, what, 20 kilometers an hour, roughly? Jesus. Oh, my time's lagging. I wonder if I can pick up the pace a bit. That is, if I did math in my head correctly, which I'm notoriously bad at. I suck at mental arithmetic. Just give me a fucking calculator.
不可能ではありませんが、乳酸が溜まる可能性もあります。クールダウンを提案します。
A safer option, I guess. Oh, is that? Spot something familiar and drop my pace. Switch to jogging pace and head over to her. Now you going for a walk?
ああ、ジンさんだ。そんな感じです。
I'm gonna more to the older waves. She... I'm gonna Mori the great old one. He's smiling as usual, but seems somehow down. The after effects of what happened earlier, perhaps. I'm gonna Mori will join me for a bit. Mocha suggested I take a break, and doing it alone would be boring, so I hope you don't mind.
さすがももかちゃん。バイタルから読み取って総合的に判断したんだね。ありがとうございます。見ての通り、無茶したがる年頃なので。
Are you my mom or something?
とんでもございません。静香様と比べられるなど恐れ多い。ジンさんやられっぱなしですね。
I really am no match for women. Sorry, I like... I keep rewatching the same video over and over again from Jello Apocalypse, namely the one on Skies of Arcadia, because, like, as much as I don't really like the guy himself too much, it's like, honest to God, at this point it's almost like fucking lasting stigma from, like, that shit that happened, like, a few years ago. That video is just too fucking funny. Like, yes. Fucking feminist egg vice versus fucking what's his name from the evil empire, who is so misogynistic that it just comes around to him being pro-trans. Also, a bad guy thinks Hatsune Miku is a man because she wears a tie. Just remember, we are thousands of feet in the air. Yeah, stuff like that. It's like, I can't fucking stop watching it. It's just too fucking funny. There's also the fact that just straight up the like character voice they give them sometimes is really fucking good. The dude that voices that like does the joke voice for Rackham, fucking amazing, that man. Nice. Did I read that? I feel like I didn't read that. I forced her eyes smile and beckoned her to a nearby bench. We sat on the bench with enough space for 2 people between us. Gentle breeze feels pleasant on my heated skin.
そんなに離れてたら話しにくくありません？
Ah, you shouldn't get too close.
おお、それは俺に近寄るとやけどするぜお嬢ちゃんってやつですか？
Not quite. See, I've been running, so I'm rather sweaty. Thanks to the amount of accumulated training I've had, this isn't nearly enough for me to raise a sweat, but I'm saying is just to be
な
thoughtful.
るほど。ジンさんもお年頃ですからね。ならこのままで耳、ジョーさんのようにして聞きますから。
Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, thanks for the other day. Got to learn a lot. Thinking back to when I visited the Advanced Research Institute, after T. Aminamori, the old one, gave us a tour of the facility. As an uninformed outsider, I found the technology involved in each facility incredibly fascinating, got a fair understanding of it from her explanations. Of course, there were restricted entry facilities. I couldn't enter it, but I was able to get a reasonable appreciation of the layout.
へえ、退屈じゃありませんでした？私、興味ある分野になると、なーって話しちゃうし。
Well, there's some things I couldn't follow, but when the Aminamori, meaning your younger sister, she would help by elaborating.
ゆいちゃん、いつもああやってフォローしてくれるんです。してくれたが正しいですね。
My past tense. That feels kind of sad. Oh, it's a shame.
一緒に研究しないかって件ですか？まあ、仕方ないですよ。
She swings her legs back and forth on the side of her slender legs, leaves an after image in my
自
vision.
分の都合ばっかり押し付けちゃって、そういうところ、いつも怒られちゃうんです。
Really? I asked her about it afterwards, and she told me to buzz off. Aminamori, this kind of confusing.
理性っていいですよ。私だってジンさんのことジンさんですし。
She grins. Well, so be it. All right, Lisa then. She chuckles. I feel like I've gotten a brief glimpse into Aminamori's
そ
troubles.
れで、話の続きは？
Oh, well, I'm pretty much finished, but I was going to say that don't let it discourage you. Aminamori doesn't really hate Risa. I'm sure things would be different if the right opportunity arose.
了解です。
You really get it?
もちろん。これでも世界中から入学希望者が集まってくる仙台上級院に招かれた才女ですからね。けど、ゆいちゃんのこと安心しました。
What do you mean?
だって、ゆいちゃんって不器用そうですけど、ちゃんと人を見て行動する子なんですよ。
She stops swinging her legs, and I hear the soles of her shoes scuff against the
嫌
ground.
なことでも気にそぐわないことでも一応はちゃんとやる。団長さんの仕事も文句言いながらもやってるでしょ。
Yeah, she even made me help her.
そこもあの子が他人に頼るなんてよっぽどです。それもバカ、アホ、間抜けなんて罵声まで浴びせちゃうなんて。
I recall telling you that. How'd you know?
上級院研究生を甘く見ない方がいいってことですよ。
I doubt this has anything to do with that,
よ
though.
っぽど信頼されてるんですね。そしてジンさんも何かと付き合ってしまうと、こんなかっこいい先輩とだなんて羨ましい。
We don't have that kind of relationship you're implying. Hey, are you listening?
聞こえません。
She swings her legs back and forth again and then swings them harder and uses their momentum to stand up from the bench.
やる気が出た。私帰ります。
Alright, I'll get back to my training.
はい。
To my running.
あとジンさん、できたら今後も私のお話聞いてもらえたら嬉しいんですけど。
Sure, no problem.
やった。待ってますよ。それじゃあ。
She runs off as the hem of her skirt flutters. Alright, let's go, Momoka. Keep an eye on my
了解で
stats.
す。
Talking is hard.
測定スタート。
Run off again using Momoka's voice as a signal to start. After my discussion with Rise, I started occasionally visiting the Institute. I feel mildly guilty for using her, but I've been able to make the distinction between work and play since it's my mission. Besides, I really do enjoy talking to her. Now, if only I could use this as a means to make the sisters reconcile somehow. One day I receive a message from Ominamori asking if I can spare some time. Wonder if this is more order work or some personal. I arrive a little earlier than our appointed time and spot her walking towards me. Yeah, the weather's nice, so I thought I'd enjoy the sun a bit. It's half true and half an excuse. I came here early to investigate the location for myself. And it's a habit I've developed. Nah, I just made time for this. So what's up? Did you run into some kind of problem? She prefaces her explanation by denying that, then clears her throat before speaking. Really? That's great. I've seen you working hard every day in the dormitory, lounge, and school cafeteria. Not all the time, of course, but, you know, just when I was passing by. Even I found it a little unusual. Of course, it was whenever she was around, but even when I knew she wouldn't be, I was looking for her. Even despite my lack of understanding when it comes to women, I'd hesitate to say that. At the risk of repeating myself, want to help you? She flashes me her white teeth and a pretty innocent smile. I'm captivated by that, and we stare at each other for a few moments. Yeah, I remember first when I remember I first went there on a tour. I really enjoyed that, especially the surgical simulator. That was awesome. Oh no. Not the surgeon simulator.
精神神経疾患への認知行動療法にも有効とされていますし、また実際に医師が現地に向かわなくても診療ができるという点でも AR、VR 技術は優れてますね。
She sure has an expansive breadth of knowledge. She also becomes quite animated when talking about it. Yeah, he's also told me it's being applied for telemedicine to remote islands and mountainous regions.
先輩。
Remote islands and mountainous. She leans forward imposingly, telling me that wasn't what she wanted me to repeat. Well, both of you have the same last name, right? I get confused calling you both Aminamori, so she asked me to call her Rise.
そうなんですね。私は名字でさん付けなのに。 ジンさん、そういうところですよ。
Aminamori stares at me with reproachful eyes, and Momoko rebukes me in disgust. Why are they both attacking me? Huh? Did I do something again?
最初に出会ったのは私が先ですよね。
Yeah, I did.
どっちかというと先輩と接する時間が多いの私ですよね。
I guess.
私の方が
You're more what?
なんでもありません。気にしないでください。
I'm really curious what she was going to say.
例えばの話ですけど、別に私は名前で呼んでもいいんじゃないでしょうか。
She clasps her hands, puts them together between her thighs and her skirt, and looks up at me. Oh, huh? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Like, Yui-Chan or something.
例えばです。やめてください。キモいです。
She shakes both her head and hands. Her face is as red as a lobster. Well, probably no different. All that psychological training I've received seems to be useless. Yeah, it must be creepy having a guy use Chan for you, sorry.
そうじゃなくて、だいたい上級院に頻繁に通うのもどうかと。下心丸見えです。
I don't really.
うるさいですそんな暇があったら私のところにだって
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Could you repeat that, please?
先輩の難聴系主人公もう帰りますさよなら
Oh boy. She drops that ambiguous comment before walking off. She still makes sure to say goodbye, which is very much like her. Oh yeah, goodbye! Watch her walk off into the distance. Momoka?
はい難聴系主人公のジンさん何かご用でしょうか
No, you do. Say, was it wrong of me to change how I addressed the sisters?
それ自体は問題ないと思います距離感性格相手との関係もありますので
She prefaces with a however and stares at me sidelong.
差をつけるべき相手を見誤らないことも重要です
Differentiating?
善と多難ですね同情します
After leaving the rooftop in a huff, I walked briskly along a deserted hallway.
先輩のトーン変木鈍ちアホ
He was just showing off a little bit and then he got all cocky.
確かにお姉ちゃんは明るくて女の子らしくて人懐っこくて
She was my exact opposite, so of course the guy would choose her over me.
先輩だって私にあんなことしたくせに
We use CG! I can use it again. He was so strong and... Hold on. I recall him grabbing my hand and embracing me. He was so strong and warm and I could clearly recall the sense of security I felt.
先輩のバカけど一番バカなのは
I consciously said out loud. There's no one around. I feel both relief and sadness at the same time. It's a weekday afternoon and 6th period just ended, which means the school day is over. I've been listening to discussions within the school in addition to my investigating the bat. Social gathering? Yeah, apparently it's an order-funded event for regular students to mingle and have tea. Just between you and me, this would have been a crazy idea a year or two ago. The nights have always been a little hard to associate with. Despite her caveat, she does seem pleased. Well, speaking of confidentiality means there's a sense of solidarity in sharing some secret, which creates excitement. What? Did you really think that? I totally didn't. Wow, you liar. Not too long ago you were... Oh, sorry, Mikage. What the fuck's up with the lights? I'll beat the shit out of you. Fuck off. I'll just pretend I didn't hear that. But still, trying towards reconciliation is a good thing. For sure. Oh my god, Valley Girl. I think we owe it all to Denjoji. The other girl agrees enthusiastically. I've never heard any other students speak ill of her either. She's rather idiosyncratic. She has her coercive side, but it seems she's serious about seeking reconciliation within the school. After some more small talk, I say goodbye to the girls. Oh, it's great that things are peaceful, but it's gonna be hard to find a lead and nothing happens. Mocha appears and speaks to me in a indifferent tone. He's been abruptly chiming in a lot lately. You've gotten pretty talkative. Are the girls here rubbing off on you?
体験と実践を繰り返し学習する AI ですので、特に最近はジンさんの変化によるものも大きいですね。
Fine. Ask you inquisitively. I don't think I've changed that much, though.
気づいてはいないようですね。そこがあなたらしいと言いますか。
Suddenly spot a familiar face out of the corner of my eye, but she's behaving strangely. There's something wrong with her posture, like she's stooping.
ユイさんですね。ですが、歩行に乱れがあります。体に異常が発生している可能性 95%。
I hear Mocha speak behind me as I walk on over to her.
育はやっぱり苦手だよ。
Amanamori?
ああ、先輩。今日はお手伝いしてもらうことありませんよ。
I'm worried about you physically. You look uncomfortable. Briefly look over her to check her physical state. She stooped and dragging her feet somewhat, suggesting she may have some kind of joint problem.
辛いといえば辛いですけど、騒ぐほどのことじゃありませんって。5、6時間目の体育の授業、ストリートダンスだったんですけど、結構激しくて。
Did you stretch enough beforehand?
最初だけ。まあ、普段運動してないから痛み出ちゃったんでしょう。そのうち治りますよ。
But you are in pain?
もう。てか、先輩顔が怖いです。ただでさえ目が鋭くて無駄シリアス顔なんですから。
Really?
まあ、かっこ悪いとも思いませんけどね。
She mutters something and winces. She's clearly not well. I have some experience in the area, so can I take a look? So I can take a look for you. Is that okay?
先輩いいですって。人目もあるし。ねえ。
I guess. Maybe this is easiest. I grab her bag. She's flapping around and put my arm around her shoulder. There's a floral fragrance lingering in the air.
許可の意味じゃなくて遠慮の意味。先輩。
Alright, this place should work. I open the door to an unused classroom and check inside. It's completely vacant, but cleaned up neatly.
もう、こんなところに連れてきて、おかしなことするつもりはないでしょうね。
What? I don't know what you're thinking, but it'll feel good.
いきなりですか？もっと踏むべきプロセスがあるのでは。
You know, it's payback. It's payback. Even if he's doing it unconsciously, it's fucking payback. I'm counting it.
その、先輩のお気持ちはありがたい。いや、私何言ってるの？ともかく結構。
She cries out and shakes her hands. Jeez, she can be so unreasonable. Move the seats away and fashion a stretch out of desks. It's quite sturdy, so it should be fine to be a bit forceful. Alright, it'll be hard to lay down like that, so you have to make do with this.
先輩、なんで上着脱いでるんですか？
It'd be cold and hard if you felt it directly, so I'm gonna heat it up.
硬い？熱い？本当にする気なんだ。どうしよう。
What the fuck do you mean? What the fuck do you think he has? He's got a fucking icicle for a fucking penis? Cock ain't cold! Okay, just take your top off and get up here.
もう？いえ、先輩、そんな強引な。
It's a massage. It's a massage.
痛い。
It's just a massage. So just put up with it and it'll start feeling good soon. Tries my fingers over her body and search for sensitive spots to feel her moisture and warmth. Is this it? But I'm sure I gently press into it. Yeah, we get it. We get it. We get it. She shudders. We get it. We get it. How is it? Feeling better now? Her back heaves up and down as I question her. It was a slightly tight operation, so it should be no surprise.
けど、手足の筋肉痛でうつ伏せになる必要あるんですか？別に背中は痛くないんですけど。
Well, I think you normally do. I'm going to press a little harder. We get it. Trace my fingers along her spine and press in firmly. Muscles that should be relaxed are all knotted. In your back, you have the multifidus and rotor muscles, which are essential for rotary motions. If these stiffen up, it'll cause discomfort in the back and gives you the symptoms of making it difficult to stretch. You've been stooping over, haven't you?
そうかもです。伸ばすとピリってきて。
A trace along the sides of her backbone. She yelps each time I press. Don't worry about it. It's a natural response, and no one can hear you. Again, Kagura just walks in on this, just like only hears it. It's like, oh no, oh no. All right, well I'm used to it, so don't worry about it. Well, I used to do it a little. Press my fingertips into the acupuncture point beside her backbone and she lurches in response. So knotted up. Have you been sleeping well lately? No, how's your stomach? Did you get do you get indigestion, abdominal pain, diarrhea, or anything like that? She abuses me, but this is a necessary part of the procedure. I'm going to touch a little lower. I run my hands in sequence down her narrow waist before landing on her slightly small buttocks. This really is something. I probe out her acupuncture points with my index and middle finger and press my fingertip in. This must be because she doesn't exercise enough and sits a lot before work. Yeah, but pretty... see, this hurts, doesn't it? It also feels good, right? That's because it helped improve your circulation, which was bad. I massage the length of her body with my full palms, and she slowly stretches out. How's that? Starting to feel warmer? You have been moving. The blood and lymphatic circulation in your deep muscles is all moving. Ninja training is ultimately about understanding how the body moves and works. We work independently a lot. We have to do our own physical maintenance. There were a lot of elderly people in my neighborhood. Looking after them was with their sore backs and shoulders. I just naturally learned that. What is it now? Sure, I'll take a look. How is it? Do you still hurt? After that, I took meticulous care of her physical well-being. She grumbled, but fortunately she looked positively on the procedure, which was helpful. Lighter. I guess it's not a problem at your age. It could go both ways. That sounds weird. I know what he means, like physically held a baby. But that sounds weird. It could go both ways. Samanamori, have you ever carried a baby? Huh? How'd you bring that up? Dating? Well, whatever. Babies are, in a sense, in perfect condition, especially when they're sleeping. They look completely baffled. They go completely limp and don't stiffen up anywhere. Their center of gravity is unstable and they're unsteady. Put it another way, like you can move them around however you like. They used to say it like a baby when I was training. Well, between a 10-kilo bag of rice and block, which do you think is easier to carry? Right, an indeterminate shape is heavy. So if a baby feels lighter than usual, it's evident that something has stiffened up and isn't normal. I look of confusion, but that makes her break into a smile.
変ですよ。でもそんなところ嫌いじゃないです。多分。
Think so?
そう、多分です。さあ、帰りましょう。
She begins walking, light on her feet. Looks like the massage was effective. At around dawn, I tidy my attire and check my device. Sure, it may be my own room, but I need to be reasonably well dressed.
ジンさん、準備はできましたか?
Yeah, connect me, Mocha. I call Mom at our scheduled time. After a brief pause, she appears on the display. Well, you get angry if I showed up half asleep. It sure would surprise me! I'll bear it in mind. So about my report. I explained the situation with the grounds as to what I've ascertained as fact so far. She listens to me with folded arms and occasionally interjects. Nah, seems they haven't gotten through to anyone but Alfred. Of course, can't be certain though. Yeah, I've been learning about the technology concerning drones and various other equipment there. I've taken it safely and avoiding sticking my nose in too much, so I haven't been able to learn anything more than that. However, I do think there's something there. Are you sure about that? I'll probe a little further. I've met a number of acquaintances, so they might know something. Hang up! Huh? Well, some of them. She nods knowingly to my response. Okay. I acknowledge, but not entirely sure what you meant. I acknowledge, not entirely sure what you meant. She smiles, looking satisfied. Her expression abruptly becomes stern, and she begins to discuss the situation at their end. Hold on. That day after school, I'm walking along the hallway to head to see Risa when I sense someone behind me.
Jin-san.
You know, there's no intent. Well, I am still in school. It's probably gonna be cut on anyway.
Scary!
Nope. I guess I should play along, but there are two unusually soft and pleasant things pressing against my back. Oh, huge!
ダメ。廊下で大きな声を出さない。学園生活のルールよ。
レンジョージ?
レンジョージです。
I sigh when I see her put on a cheeky smile. She generally behaves so maturely, but occasionally does the most childish things. Please don't start at me like that. I thought my heart was going to stop. For many reasons.
びっくりしてもらわなきゃ驚かせた意味ないじゃない?
Yeah, but still mean.
どの口がそんなことを言うのかしら? 知ってるんだぞ.
Both ends of her lips curl up into a grin. I don't like the look of that. What do you know?
あなた、この頃上級院に入り浸ってるようじゃない?
I'd be boorish to ask how she knows that. The order is at the core of the school, and her being its captain, it would have leaked to her. It's not like I'm trying to hide the fact, so they open my mouth. So what about that? It's in the same academic city, and I have permission from the research staff.
咎めてるわけではないわ。交流することはとってもいいことだと思うの。実際、上級院への進学率、東華学園は良くないし、学生たちももっと興味を持ってくれればってね。
She says that and points to me.
あなたはそっち向きじゃないかもしれないけど。
Man, I still can't get a read on her. That's quite appealing in its own way, though.
一番の目的は雨の森さんかな? あの子天真爛漫で愛らしいものね。
She does have her appeal. She's incredibly knowledgeable and creative too. Talking to her is fun.
そこは違いますなんて取り乱すところじゃないの。
I'm simply conveying objective facts, so why should I get flustered?
これはま、いいわ。たまにはもう一人の雨の森さんとも付き合ってあげなさいな。
Did you lump her with more work? She's really going through a hard time.
ひどい。それじゃあ私が血も涙もないブラック企業の上司みたいじゃないの。
I don't think I meant it like that. Maybe.
はあ、三影くんにひどいこと言われて傷ついちゃった。スイーツでも食べてこよっと。
I didn't mean it like that. Oh, goodbye. She waves and leaves, and I bow my head lightly to her. Huh? What's that about?
じいさん。
Momoka, I don't have a guilty conscience about anything.
そうみたいですね。まあいいでしょう。もうデレデレしてレンジョージさんもレンジョージさんだよ。
Ultimately, I couldn't watch till the end and
け
fled.
ど今日も上級院に行くのかな。私には関係ないもん。
I'm studying alone in the lounge. I toss my materials down and lean back in the chair. I'm stuck on a problem that I'd normally be able to do. It's bad manners, but everyone would do this.
気分転換になるかと思ってラウンジに来たけれど。
I was completely ineffective. I've actually gotten completely distracted. Guess I'll go to my
お
room.
姉ちゃんと先輩。
I muttered to myself and get up without looking behind me. But I immediately come into contact with something soft. Well, there goes Konoha.
ごめん。いいえ、全然私こそ。
I gather the books and printouts that have been scattered all over the floor. Reminds me with girls while she helps pick everything up. Her rough hands looks out of place. The night training must be really hard.
コノハちゃんだったんだ。ごめんなさい。全然です。ぼーっと歩いていたから。これで全部です。本当ありがとうございました。助かりましたよ。もともと私のせいでもあるし。
She smiles bashfully, holding books that appear to be textbooks. Well, this is awkward. Can't make small talk. What am I supposed to do at a time like this? Lisa and Achan would probably have been able to come up with something clever. No, I just need to stop being conscious about that and talk to her.
とりあえず座りませんか？
Sit down as invited. I feel so dumb. Ugh.
ゆいちゃんも宿題やってたんですか？持って。
Konoha shows me the textbooks she's carrying. She was doing classic
課
literature.
題本当は今日までだったんですけど間に合わなくてすんごく怒られちゃいました。古文の林原先生怖いものね。けどこなせないほどの量って。
He's a strict teacher, but he doesn't give out too much work to do.
騎士団の練習が厳しくてやろうと思ってたら寝ちゃってて。気づいたらよだれでプリントがべちゃべちゃでダメになってしまって、印刷がほっぺたに映り込んじゃって洗っても取れないし、ゴシゴシしたらヒリヒリだしで。
Chinese and classic literature are still handwritten subjects. I've heard a lot of stories about falling asleep but not drooling on the paper and scrubbing your cheeks.
笑わないでくださいよ。ごめんね。けどそこまで詳しく話さなくてもいいと思うな。
She presses her fist against her head. Man, she's so funny.
けど珍しいですね。宿題苦戦してたみたいですけど。なんでか気分が乗らなくて、これじゃあ提出に間に合わなくて私も怒られちゃうかも。それは大変です。もしかしてさっきの私をなぞってる？
She's a bit slow in the uptake and has a particular air about her.
けど進まないのは事実なんだ。悩み事でも？
I think Kasepa and One-chan.
なのかな。よくわからないんだよ。
Really glad that she invited me to help her with her AI research. I'm interested in helping out, but I'm not sure how I'm supposed to face her now. It's not like there's anything wrong with them getting chummier and I have no right to put my head in. But why do I feel so bothered? There's something wrong with me.
わかんないままでもいいんじゃないです？そうなの？はい。例えば数学の答えはビシッと出ますけど、この古文とかは解釈何通りもあったりしますし、それと一緒で正解なんてないのかもなんて。そっか。じゃあそういう時、コノハちゃんならどうするの？
She points to herself, asking me. She groans to herself a bit before speaking again.
本能に従うっていうか、ひらめきというか、体に任せるっていうか。
Now be honest. Because you do not seem the kind of person to do any of those.
体に？
Sorry.
はい。多分自分は意識してなくてもやりたいことが本当はあるんじゃないかなって。
Something I want to do. I think I know what that is.
なんか偉そうでごめんなさい。いいよ。ちょっと元気出たかも。それは良かったです。
She smiles sheepishly. She really is a weird person.
お手伝いしようか？いいですか？正直困ってたんです。
She puts her hands together in appreciation. I move to sit beside her, grab a pen and look over her homework.
スーパーバイザリーコントロール、つまり管理制御。遠隔操作でロボット等を動かす技術です。
I was invited to Risa's research laboratory after school on Friday, and she's been explaining the latest technology to me. What if the fucking plot twist is that somehow the AI Risa is developing is actually the bad? Is this where you control them while looking at a display?
半分当たりです。ある程度 AI が自律的に判断して動作します。悪天候による電波障害や人間の処理能力以上の動作をする際用いられます。
See, according to Mom, the bat utilized a number of drones. Apparently they moved in unprecedented ways as well. It does look like they use technology of this kind. Need to guide the discussion to a certain degree. Take out material I got from Mom. They could have come from an external source without issues out of my pocket. Maybe old-fashioned, but there's always a risk that digital data could get hacked. Those papers the safest way to conceal it. Risa, take a look at this.
ではもうちょっとそばに寄らせてもらって。
Just take the thing! It's fucking paper! You can use your hands! She sits beside me, then leans in close and comes into contact with me. I feel a feminine softness and warmth.
字が小さいですね。よく見せてください。ジンさんの手ごと引き寄せちゃえ。
Take the paper into your hands. Those grabbers are made for grabbing, not just typing. See, I can do this. I can firmly hold this. You can too, Lisa. You can too. I'm just showing you. Hey, that tickles.
お姉ちゃん、やっぱり私って
Oh, I'm gonna Mori.
ゆいちゃん、いらっしゃい。いらっしゃい。じゃないよ。二人とも何してるの？よろしい。
Inappropriate. I draw a blank and we look at each other. Eyes boggling return.
二人で見つめ合ってるし、こんな関係になってるだなんてどうしよう。まあまあ、ゆいちゃん。そうだ、お茶でも入れてよ。そんな場合じゃないの。じゃあ、どんな場合？てか、どうしたのよ。ゆいちゃんらしくないよ。
Lisa's quite an oddball herself, but I do feel she has a point.
私らしいって、そんなの関係ないの。お姉ちゃん、先輩、
What
何
is
か
it?
な。
Whoops, yeah. We both sit up straight when we hear her uncharacteristically raise her voice.
私、お手伝いする。いいね。する。ダメって言ってもするの。やっほー、嬉しいよ。
This route's getting a lot of fucking chibi CGs.
お姉ちゃん。
Like, there were literally none in Mai's and Kagura's, but we got like 3 in hers. Was it just 3 or was it more actually? Now I'm curious, let me check. Fuck. Title, yes. Not quite. It's 2. This one and this one. I thought there was a third one, but the last time must be mistaken. Can I delete the save somehow? Nah. Lisa hugs her at breakneck speed, so fast I could barely see her move. She could be a
ま
ninja.
た一緒に研究できるんだね。ああ、夢みたいだよ。ね、夢じゃないよね。現実だよね。夢じゃないって。ちょっとお姉ちゃん、すぐ抱きつく。いや、話したらまたどっかに行っちゃうかもだし、そんなの嫌だし。お姉ちゃん。
Lisa rubs her cheek against her, just like an infant would its mother. Something glimmering wells up at the corner of Lisa's eyes.
先輩もなんとか言ってくださいよ。
Well, it's a good thing, isn't it?
人事みたいにとか。もしや。
Lisa releases her, then looks at me and her in turn. What is it?
恥ずかしかった。ねえ、ゆいちゃん、ゆいちゃん。何よ。もう抱きつくのはなしだからね。
Lisa shakes her head in a very childish
も
gesture.
しかして、私、お邪魔かな。意味不明なんだけど。
Lisa waves her hands dismissively, then moves up to whisper in her ear.
なんでしょ。お姉ちゃん、飛躍しすぎ。てか、違うし。わかってるわかってる。お姉ちゃんはわかってるぞ。お姉ちゃん、席外そっか。自由にここ使ってもいいし、なんなら私、お友達のところに外泊してきても。やめて。
No, you need it here. Incline my head. Lisa frowns and Amanamori glares at me with teary eyes. Well, I don't really get what's going on, but at any rate, you can work together now. I'll be going then.
ちょっと待って。
Amanamori grabs you by the hand. She's holding it surprisingly strongly.
先輩も手伝うんです。だいたいこうなった責任の一端は先輩にもあるんですから。そういうこと。お姉ちゃんからもお願いします。
Okay, if you insist. Find myself agreeing unconsciously to Amanamori's insistent request. Well, I still have my investigation, and it's going to be helpful being able to come and go here freely. Lisa looks up at us and nods in excited agreement. This totally ain't worrying. Oh god, don't you think that shirt would be better?
いえ、 そのパンツや靴を合わせるならこちらです。
It's Sunday morning and I'm looking in a mirror in confusion with a shirt in one hand.
あなたの格闘センス、忍術に対する理解度には特筆すべきものがあります。反面、美的センス、特に衣服に対するものは、まあこれ以上は口にはしませんが。
Is it that disastrous? Ask her as she gives me a smug look.
そこまでは一般水準にはあるかと。ですが、今日は別です。相手のお気持ちに応えるよう万全で臨む必要があるのでは？
I guess so. It's not as a thank you, is it? I think back on what started this. It was 2 days ago. The day she said she would help Risa. This happened when we were going back to the dorms.
ところで、先輩、ちょっといい
Ooh,
で
she
す
going
か？
for it? She going for it? Sure. What's this about? I stop walking and turn around. She looks nervously to the right and left and to the right again. Finally, she opens her mouth to speak.
そのですね、今週の日曜日、空いてますか？
Sunday? I don't have anything planned. Why? Do you have order work or something you want me to help with? She shakes her head to say no. Decisions are different in this regard.
その、お礼をさせてもらいたくて。
I didn't really do anything with Risa.
あ、そっか。そっちもだった。
She looks to have remembered something and mumbles to herself.
とりあえず、マッサージをしていただいた件です。
Oh yeah. How'd you go after that? Were you stiff or in pain or anywhere?
はい、全然。というか、かえって調子がいいです。教えてもらったストレッチのおかげか、よく眠れますし。
I've given her physical care on occasion since then. She seems to like it and even occasionally asks me to do it for her. That's great, but you don't need to worry about me. I just did what it could.
そうかもですけど、私の気が済まないんですよ。
You're always so conscientious on that front. You went out of your way to thank me for helping with the order work. She twirls her fingers and looks at me with an upward gaze. So, this is what I think it is. Alright, sure.
いいんですか?
And now the appointed day of that exchange. I dressed up according to Momoka's coordination advice and head to our meeting location. Hmm. 10 minutes to go. Check the time on my device and then hear familiar sounding footsteps approaching.
お待たせしました。
Hey! I back to her. Once I see her, I freeze for an instant. You already saw the outfit. What's this? It's a lot more attractive than usual, or feminine or something.
そんな服持っていたん
You've
ですね。
seen this outfit before. Oh yeah, it's got lost along my belongings to the abroad when I'm moving here. I was gonna wear something else, but was told this'd be better.
ももかに?
I nod and she smiles slightly.
いいセンスしてますね。先輩、普段の格好も悪くはないですけど、今日はもっといいかもですよ。
Really? You look good in that too.
ありがとうございます。いろいろ迷っちゃって、私、アドバイスしてくれる人いなかったから。
Yeah, this would make sense if they actually hadn't used this fucking outfit before this point already. Now it just sounds like he's stupid. Do you want to borrow Momoka then?
ダメですよ。ももかに怒られちゃいます。それで、どこか行きたいところとかしたいことありますか?
I didn't really think about it. Do you have anywhere you'd recommend?
わかりました。それじゃあとりあえず商店街の方に行きますか?
Yeah, I'm ending the part. Jesus Christ. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye bye.